Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and try and preserve this this pheasant and mount it. The first step you want to do is use 20 mule team borax. It's pretty good at preserving the hide and drying out a little bit of the meat. If you have a little bit in there, it's okay, but it's pretty inexpensive. It's about $5 a box, depending on where you go. That's not too bad, and you want to use that to put into your skin to preserve the pheasant. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. I have a couple of tools that I'm going to be using. A wire brush to remove most of the meat. I have some scissors just in case I need them, and then I have a utility knife, and that's going to be where I may need to release some of the skin to get the bones out. So I'm going to go ahead and put a liberal amount of 20 mule team borax on it, and that's going to help a couple different ways. One is going to help me grab the skin and give a lot of grip to it. It's going to waddle up the blood that may be there, and then it's going to help to start drying the skin out. And it's going to keep the feathers. I've already got my feathers a little bit wadded up here, but I'm going to be able to thin those out after I start. I'm going to do this a different way. I'm going to put some in a bowl there, and that way I can just kind of grab it as I go, just like that. So after I've gotten the bones worked down and the skin worked down, I'm going to go ahead and just pull this apart and keep working those bones, keep working the skin all the way down. And I can take my wire brush and just break that loose. And you see it takes that meat right off. It just strips it, and then I'm going to get my bone off like this. Give it one good whack. There we go. And that'll help. So now that I have that down, I could take my scissors and cut off the excess. Those are little tendons in there, and once you get those cut off, it'll be a lot better. And you should be able to cut through those with just scissors, but you want to get all of that red meat out of there, because otherwise that will spoil your hide. And I'll put some more borax on that, and that's one leg there. Now I'll move up to the wing, and you can do the other leg just the same. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to cut this wing a little bit. That's why I have my knife, and that's going to help to, I'm going to cut the skin just a little bit to give me a little bit of a relief cut, and that's going to help me to pull that wing out even further. And if you start getting to wet parts, then you can, where it's like blood coming out, then you can just put a little bit of borax on it, and that will help you grip it. So I'm just cutting and then pulling out. Okay, and cutting and being careful. You just want to take out the meat, but you don't want to mess around and cut your skin. too much more than you need to, because then you'll have to sew it. Okay, now I'm through the skin. I'm just gonna keep working at that, and you want to get this bone. There's a second bone in there. You want to get both of those out. Okay, so in this part, I'm just gonna show you here. That you really want to clean out your wings. And what I did is I took the wing and I pushed it into the body cavity and peeled back the skin as I pull the wing out. It's just like a chicken bone if you think about it like that way. Here's the drum on the chicken wing, and then there's the second part, the drumette, and then there's the wing itself. So you know there's the two bones there. Now in this case, this bone was actually shattered by a shot. So what I did was I made sure that I kept the drumette there, and I'm gonna feed wire through here to help mount it. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut the head off of that. So now that's gone, and I'm gonna feed wire down into the bone, and then that's gonna give me my wing form. Now on this part, after I've taken out all the meat, I'm gonna fill it with borax, and as you can see, I've got some of my quills coming out. So this is gonna be a closed wing bird. And next we'll move on to the neck.